This is the problem, is that there is very little honouring of an individual's free will on the planet. Now, I'm not suggesting that just because we should honour the free will of the individual, that we should honour their right to do anything, including anything damaging to other people. I'm not suggesting that. And this is why we've called this talk the loving use of free will. We feel quite strongly that there is an unloving way we can use our will and a loving way we can use our will. But don't think that just because society thinks that you're being unloving, that you actually are. Because the loving use of will is from God's perspective, not our own. Right? All of God's laws are all about God's perspective and not our own. We have created on the planet all the laws based around these things. So our parents had a set of laws. If you think about it, they had a set of rules or laws that applied to you while you were growing up. And you go to another family and they didn't have the same laws. They didn't have the same rules. So you could say your parents had a set of rules or laws independent of God's laws that they wanted to impose upon you while you were growing up. And then you've got your partner. When you meet her or him, he's got a set of laws or she's got a set of laws. And they've got a set of laws about what you should be if you're a good partner, right? And what they think they should be if they're a good partner. And sometimes that set of laws and your set of laws about that are completely in opposition to each other, and so you don't get along very well. That's one of the reasons why we don't get along with people. In society, there's a set of laws, a set of principles, a set of guiding guidelines. And like one of our laws here in most Western countries is we're going to be taxed. And the law says, when's your taxation period of the year? Is it from December or January to December? April to April. April to March or something. Yeah, April to April, okay. In Australia, it's from July the 1st to June the 30th, right? That's ours in Australia. That's the law. We've got to live with that law, and we can't decide to do, I'm going to do my return, in December, right? Because society is going to put some pressure on you to conform to the law, right? And that law in itself is a method of conforming the will. Now, there are practical reasons for doing it for a government, and so we might agree to it. It might be loving to agree to it. I'm not suggesting that taxation is an unloving process, by the way, because there are loving things that are accomplished through taxation. However, society has specific laws about it, every single society generally. Our children even come home from school with a different law than we have given them when we're bringing them up. And sometimes they'll come home and tell you a lot of things that you should be now doing. You should be getting my iPod for me or my iPhone. Every other child at school's got an iPhone, and they're 10 too. They should have one, and they've all got one. I should have one, and so they start imposing laws that have come from society and try to impose them upon life on home. The same goes with the government, and religious law is huge in the planet today. Still, we see large numbers of religions controlling large masses of people through religious thought by saying, we've written a book, or we've got a book here, that's the law. That's the law you must follow. And the question really comes is, are all of these laws and are all of these principles that people say, are they all loving? And are they are they assisting us to use our will, the gift of free will that we have, in a loving way? And what I suggest to you is, no, that's not the case at all. It's not the case that every single person in society and every single society-based pressure is loving. There are many unloving pressures that we get upon us every single day, and we've conformed to them. And we actually even do them automatically, because we are afraid of the results of not doing so.